My name is Captain Zornenplatz Griselda.
My name is Cornelius Fairweather. I was born in 1849.
Right. My name's Robin. My last name's Confidential, but some of my mates call me Robin Hood. That's what I've become known as in this whole area of Nottingham.
I don't belong in the world of humans. There's something very peculiar about them.
So I have to tell you something. I didn't leave those things on accident. I wanted to be followed.
I am a pirate, and I did, until recently, have a complete sword. But my sword went the way of many things.
Well, I'm a bit of a renegade, you see. I had a pretty decent upbringing, but early on I went into the forest and I sort of ran in with these bandit types, and I took up their lifestyle, and I've been having some qualms about it recently.
I want you to find me.
Over the past 3 days, I have found strange occurrences in my body. It started with the experiments on the marine life.
Gender is irrelevant when you're a fairy. Your gender is fairy. All fairies have the same gender, which I suppose makes all fairies homosexuals, in that fairies are attracted to each other.
I've never told this to anyone, but I deliberately left one thing in every place I ever went to because I really hope that someone is gonna find me.
You know, I've sort of made a good life out of it. I think I've really retained a moral direction.
I have found that one's abs look a lot better if you don't breathe. So I stopped breathing. And I haven't breathed for some time.
And it's hard work making the flowers grow, let me tell you. It's hard work making the flowers grow.
I told them we had gone too far, but they wouldn't listen to me. They kept going.
Yeah, I've sort of worked out this pattern, see, of taking from the rich and giving to the poor. It's worked pretty well for me, because I'm really a moral type. Actually, as a kid I wanted to be a priest, if you can believe that. And look at me, I'm a bandit.
So I have something to tell you. Because, well, I mean, this is sort of a confessional moment. So it has been approximately 20 years since my last confession. Let's see, what are we supposed to do? Oh yeah, an act of contrition.
I give to the poor. Makes me feel pretty good. Recently well, let me just say that I've done something that I feel a bit bad about.
So many petals. So many petals.
I hope that someone like brings me everything I've ever left behind and just says that, you know, I know you.
Oh wait, I forgot something. My heart-shaped eye patch. So, yeah, back when the Angels weren't winning anything, I was an Angels fan. Now, my whole family were Dodgers fans. But I like the Angels just to be different.
It's very different being a fairy from being you. Very different.
Well, it was Halloween, see, and I was just waiting in the forest. My mates were away for once, Friar Tuck and Little John and Marion and them. So I was just by myself, waiting by the road, when along comes this carriage.
But then, circa law school era, because I went to law school, I'm not sure why. As a pirate, you'd think you'd just stick with pirate school. The Angels actually won something, and I'm not exactly sure why, and had I bet some money, I'd probably not need to have a job right now, because it was a rather long shot.
I could tell that it was a pretty rich man inside, from the gilt on the carriage and all. So I pulls out my bow and I hijacks the thing. I gets a good load of gold off of this fella.
And then my skin became itchy. I scratched at it, and layers of my flesh peeled off, revealing a slimy green substance underneath.
I have a metal vagina. It makes things very hard.
Your kind doesn't understand our kind. That's why you've always been afraid of us. Your kind fears what they do not know while we embrace it.
Yeah, this gold could last me a lifetime. But I decided what I really wanted was a Halloween party. I took all this gold and I went to Nottingham. I bought, you couldn't believe how many kegs of pumpkin beer, a bunch of ingredients to make pumpkin truffles, and I threw a huge party out in the woods.
And then they started to grow. At first I thought they were bumps. But they started growing, bursting through my skin.
The unknown is our power, our glamour. The unknown is what makes us better.
But I'm feeling really bad about it, see, because my whole life I've been taken from the rich and given to the poor, and this time I took from the rich and I made a party out of it. I just gotta struggle with that.
I repent for my sins, and I confess that I have talked back to my parents, and I have lusted after basically every single one of my friends, like all of them, and I have referred to Ghost Rider in a bunch of apocryphal ways.
I think I'm redeeming myself because I heard about all these Occupy movements that started over in America, Wall Street and that, and I decided that why not right here in Nottingham, so this is how I'm making up for it.
I just want someone to know me. That's why I do what I do. And, you know, I'm okay with that.
I don't know how much time I have left before it takes over. I don't know how much longer I will have my mind.
Very, very hard.
So with this, I leave you, my beloved, and I just want my final confession to say that I've been lusting even more specifically for you. I know, you're like, how do you know who's watching this? Well, I do.
If you are seeing this, please send help. Please tell them what we are doing here. The world must know.
Fight back against the 1%.
So, I'm gonna stop breathing now.